Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Fatimatus and I will read my paper about religion is not the only way to get happiness. Since a few months ago, precisely in March of the World Health Organization established the existence of coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19 as a global pandemic. This shows how quickly and widely the virus spread to areas far from the center of the outbreak. As we know that this virus originally originated in Wuhan, China since December 2019. This virus attacked the respiratory tract or lungs, so transmission can be faster. So the determination of the COVID-19 pandemic is also in line with the transmission reaction caused by virus. Almost every day, media such as news, social media, television, broadcast, talk about COVID-19. They discuss COVID-19 to maintain the media existingness by following current developments. Then, do they understand that establishing the COVID-19 pandemic can actually kill the mental health of the people? They don't care. Moreover, the mass media is now afraid or exaggerating, making someone fear of this pandemic even greater. The use of titles that seem to kick-cocked as happen lately show that the media is just thirsty for attention to get the cover of money. But do you have to do such a thing? How about the current state of society? They no longer even believe the news because a classic conspiracy had begun to emerge regarding a pandemic. It's a for business, so said connoisseurs of conspiracy. For respond this situation, religion has won its role in the midst of a fanfare or pandemic. Religion is again occupied and the process of searching for God continues even more intense. Many people are flocking to draw closer to God. The situation of the pandemic is getting worse every day, giving rise to fear in humans. As mentioned by Fred, that religion is human fear. I think it's right. Humans return to find out and think what if then they will become extinct because of our pandemic. Are they ready to die? But the provision to die and then face God is still not enough. Feelings such as worry, fear, anxiety encourage them to reflect consciously that there must be a spiritual power that can cure or calm their anxiety. First, they just something they are afraid. It could be the sun, tree, or something else. Then they begin to make sanctification or adoration of it. Say they begin to depend on something that many other people would share and worship together. A religion or belief emerges. Does it have to be religious? Apakah harus agama? Maybe it's not. Because the fact is that there are still groups who don't have religion but they still believe in God of the pretext of religion that can't guarantee their cult. We can even see that the current conflict also arises from religions. So, religion is not the only way that can be best to achieve happiness or peace for life. It could be just trusting God and always having good morals. Without any religion, humans can feel calm without being haunted by the worries or fears that Fred said. In this condition, many paths of spiritualism will be chosen by them, which become the choice of each individual for their spiritual strength. Can justify that the most correct religion to be followed in this pandemic season is Islam, Christian, Buddhism, or Hinduism. Jadi nggak bisa memilih kalau Islam aja yang benar, Kristen aja yang benar, Hindu aja yang benar. Nggak bisa kayak gitu, guys. It could be the flow of thirst that is currently there can. Even agnostic don't believe in religion and only believe in God who is able to condemn. Yes, it's also a different person's spiritual experience. So understanding is a common thing. Jadi bisa aja agnostik atau yang sekedar percaya sama Tuhan aja itu sebaik-baiknya cara gitu. Asalkan kita masih bisa berbuat baik dan memanusiakan manusia, itu udah benar. Bisa aja kayak gitu kan? Siapa tahu. When they began to pursue their choice, I began to suspect that their faith was only temporary or during this pandemic. However, at last I am grateful that many people have returned to find themselves in this earth. The matter is whether they will continue their faith later. Hopefully, they will stay in the best way chosen. Amin. The fear of this pandemic has found a cure, namely human spiritual experience. When humans believe that our life in the world is temporary and worshiping God is the best way to go, then that fear gradually subsides. Moreover, the government is currently using a policy for stay at home and work from home to increase the frequency of a servant's closeness to his Lord. The time spent in worship is far from because all the tasks and work done at home compared to the previous normal situation. The classic reason for leaving worship such as prayer in Islam, sholat maksudnya, at work are no longer needed because they can work by adjusting to each other's leisure. People who are highly spiritualists will be more confident that they are be healthy and clean. Why is that? Spirituality goes hand in hand with the implementation of worship. For example, sholat. Before sholat, certainly a Muslim will cleanse himself whether by bathing, tayammum, or wudu. These three things aim to cleanse themselves from dirt and impurities which, if left alone, can cause disease. After that, making sure their place and clothes are clean, the more comfortable they are for sholat. Therefore, that's why who always sholat will always be, maksudnya beribadah, will always be pure both themselves and their surroundings. What was then debated by Muslims was the licensing of worship in the mosque because the pandemic season is a moment of self-improvement. Many people don't comply by government protocols, like the police relate to worship in public place by the Minister of Religion. Only a few regions can be enforced. Jadi cuma daerah tertentu aja yang bisa melakukan jamaah di masjid gitu. Nggak semuanya, tapi ada yang berontak gitu loh guys. The result is that some regions negate congregational sholat Jumat even when sholat Id don't help sholat Id, and some violate on the pretext of wanting to feel that their worship is more blessing in the mosque. But is it the point of preventing in area A if other area are still distorted? Well, if there are still stubborn, this can make matters worse instead of improving the current situation. Just cleaning up without caring about others is also wrong. But of this thing must be done in tandem, because humans are social beings, so they can be spared from the interaction of people, even though the same family. Inviting kindness in a matter for the social being and means that humans don't forget humanity for human. Jadi jangan lupa untuk memanusiakan manusia gitu. Responding to a pandemic can be selfish or win alone, because the best human being can be useful to others, instead of ignoring people's action and their safety. If all humans are aware of the importance of humanizing humans, of course, the situation of this pandemic does not feel heavy, because everyone is contributing and playing a role. Calls of humanity emerge from various directions. They should be supported by people, even blaspheme them, as they say they rise to prominence, thirst of attention, or self-care. The behavior of Indonesian netizens has always been like that. Instead of improving their situation, they are even complaining of blasphemy, where the position of humans who humanize human beings certainly would not do that. They will push ranks and fight to combat this pandemic. In terms of humanity, religion also has a role against. Is not the function of religion really to humanize each other humans? Bukankah agama itu memang fungsinya untuk memanusiakan manusia? Please help and not blaspheme here and there. For example, if people feel that they have sufficient knowledge of religion knowledge, presumably that person will think before speaking, think before action gitu. In the midst of this pandemic, the blasphemy was not appropriate, like looking for the ugliness of someone who moved the good earlier. It should not need to be brought up, but it's need in the basis of the personal dua netizen who are always acting up, so there's something to discuss in the middle of this pandemic. Thank you for your attention. I think enough, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.